¿Sabías que, un día como hoy pero de 1982, comenzaba la guerra en el Atlántico Sur? Los sucesos se dieron a partir del 16 de marzo, pero el 19 con el izamiento de la bandera argentina, y posterior envío de Gran Bretaña de una nave polar con Royal Marines, se convertiría en la carrera entre rompehielos de ambas naciones, que desencadenó más tarde en el envío de la flota argentina. A continuación los audios históricos de aquella jornada.
As she headed back desperately to Grydviken, the British base commander there was already warning the Argentinians.
There are military personnel here whose orders it is to defend this base. I repeat, please do not use force. I request we settle this peacefully.
Endurance, nicknamed Red Plum by its sailors, then tried to break in.
From the Red Plum, the captain is negotiating with London at this moment on your behalf, over.
But jamming by Argentina prevented Grydviken picking up the Endurance at this stage. And then the Valparaiso's captain broke in, apparently thinking that if he let Endurance speak to Grydviken, she would order her Marines to surrender.
Endurance Bahia Paraíso, go over with your message. Go over with your message to Grydviken. To Grydviken, he is listening in 11255.
Grydviken, this is Endurance. I assume that you can hear me. Rules of engagement are as stated earlier this morning. Rules of engagement are as stated earlier this morning. Defend if you are provoked. Over.
Then, as the Argentinians attacked Grydviken, Endurance, now approaching a bay on the other side of the island, mobilized a Wasp helicopter to go and see what was happening. Half an hour later, it was on its way back, its crew having landed just below the top of the mountain and scrambled up on foot to look at the Argentinian corvette limping away at the end of the battle. For Endurance's captain, it was quite a dilemma.
Outside range, we're in fact a lot closer than my directions have allowed me to be. We're supposed to be some 150 or so miles away from South Georgia. We, as you look out, are very close to South Georgia at the moment. My directive is not, regrettably, to go and zap the Paraiso or the corvette, which we could well have done while they were both at anchor this morning off Leith. But that we should only fire, as I've said before, if we are provoked. Well, maybe we are provoking by staying here, and if we do provoke them, well, then we'll give them as good as we can.
But instead, Endurance, with no military backup in sight, was ordered to slip away through the icebergs to take on fresh supplies hundreds of miles away. The dangers involved were well illustrated when this Wessex helicopter lost power in one of its two engines and had to dump its load to avoid going into the sea itself. And then Endurance, with the spirits of her crew high as usual, headed back south. The ship that was due to be scrapped now to join up with the rest of the British task force as they prepared for today's Battle of South Georgia.